Out of the thousands of places on Earth, there are only a select few that are considered the most beautiful. These destinations are more than just visually stunning. They provide some of the best travel experiences that will last a lifetime. From the clear waters of the Maldives Atolls to the open valleys of the Swiss Jungfrau Region, here are the most beautiful places to visit in the world. Serengeti Migration. The Serengeti National Park in northern Tanzania covers millions of acres of open plains and river valleys with a steady movement of wildlife, making it one of the most well-known ecosystems in Africa. One of the area's most well-known features is the Great Migration, when more than 1 million wildebeest move in a continuous cycle across the plains. Not too far, the Seronera River Valley provides steady wildlife viewing at any time of year, often revealing lions resting under trees and leopards stretch across branches, while the river supports hippos at the Retina Hippo Pool, where you can watch them shift, splash, and settle into the deeper sections of water. The Morucopias area also draws many animals, providing clear views from raised granite formations. Large cats often rest on the rocks or move between the shaded sections. Hot air balloon flights offer a higher perspective of the plains, where you can see herds spread out across the grasslands. For a closer cultural experience, nearby Maasai villages provide a look at daily traditions, where you can meet members of the community, see their homes, and learn how they manage life. For a more remote experience, the Namiri Plains in the eastern Serengeti offer wide views of the surrounding area. This area was once designated for cheetah research, and the open grasslands still make it a strong place to see cheetahs move in clear sightlines. Walking safaris in designated zones provide a different way to understand the Serengeti. Moving on foot with an armed ranger helps you notice smaller details, while still giving you a strong sense of the environment. Lobo Valley sits farther north, following part of the migration route. Here, rolling hills and woodlands create long open views, where herds and predators move across the terrain. By the way, my Travel on a Dime ebook shows you how to travel more for less. I'll share more about it later. Venice, Italy. Venice, located in northeastern Italy within the Veneto region, spreads across 118 small islands in the shallow waters of the Venice Lagoon. More than 400 bridges link these islands, and about 180 canals run between them, creating a layout that encourages walking and exploring. One of the area's most well-known features is Piazza San Marco. This space is simple to cross, with its layout helping you take in the size of the area. Not too far, St. Mark's Basilica adds another major landmark. Inside, gold mosaics cover the ceilings and walls, and the Marciana Museum gives you access to the original St. Mark's horses. The Doge's Palace also draws many people, once serving as the center of Venetian government. The Secret Itineraries tour leads you through older rooms, prison cells, and narrow corridors that show how the building functioned during earlier centuries. A short walk along the waterfront brings you to the Rialto Bridge, the oldest crossing over the Grand Canal. From the top, you can see the palaces lining the water and watch boats move below. The Grand Canal serves as the main water route through Venice. A gondola ride gives you a traditional way to see the palaces up close, while a Vaporetto ride offers a wider view along the full curve of the canal. Nearby, the Campanile di San Marco rises over the square. An elevator takes you straight to the top, where the open viewing platform gives you long views of Venice in every direction. A short walk along the canal brings you to the Peggy Guggenheim Collection. The galleries hold modern European and American art. Across the city, Libreria Acqua Alta offers a playful setup with books stored in bathtubs and gondolas to protect them from flooding. Nearby, the Scala Contarini del Bovolo features a spiral staircase that blends Gothic and Renaissance elements. Climbing to the top gives you a quiet rooftop view across Venice. A short trip brings you to the Jewish ghetto in Cannaregio, established in 1516. Here, the synagogues and nearby streets show the historic layout of the neighborhood. A Vaporetto ride gives you a simple route to Burano, known for its bright houses arranged along calm canals. Here, you can walk through the island, taking in the peaceful atmosphere. Not too far, Squero di San Trovaso shows one of the last traditional gondola boatyards. From across the canal, you can watch craftsmen repair and shape gondolas using long-standing techniques. A short walk from the boatyard brings you to Chiesa di San Zaccaria, a Gothic Renaissance church with quiet side rooms. The partially flooded crypt contains the tombs of several doges, offering a calm space to pause. London, England. London is the capital of England and the United Kingdom, stretching across Greater London. One of the area's most well-known features is the Tower of London. Inside, the crown jewels are displayed in a secure gallery, and the surrounding paths help you see how the castle developed over time. Not too far, Tower Bridge provides a clear look at the river. The walkways above the roadway give you steady views of the Thames, and the glass floors show the boats moving below. For a deeper look at London's past, Westminster Abbey offers another important stop. The interior includes royal tombs and Poets' Corner, where writers and thinkers are honored. A short walk brings you to Buckingham Palace, where the changing of the guard takes place outside the main gates. And during summer months, you can enter the staterooms to see the detailed interiors. For another view of world history, the British Museum provides free access to its collections. Here, the Rosetta Stone and the Elgin marbles are among the most recognized pieces. Not too far, the National Gallery, providing paintings from many time periods, fills the rooms. For a quieter area, St. Dunstan in the east offers a calm break. The open church walls sit among shaded trees and small paths, creating a simple place to pause without leaving the city center. Little Venice provides another slower setting, where you can walk along the canals and watch houseboats move through the water. For a higher viewpoint, the Sky Garden sits at the top of the walkie-talkie building. Free timed entry lets you move through the indoor garden and view the city through large windows that stretch across the upper floors. Leadenhall Market also adds a distinct stop with its covered walkways of detailed arches and open passages, making it easy to explore the space. Not too far, Holland Park offers the Kyoto Garden with a small waterfall, clear pool, and stone paths that create a peaceful corner within the larger park. Postman's Park provides another quiet stop where ceramic memorial plaques line the sheltered wall and honor individuals who lost their lives protecting others. Highgate Cemetery adds one more area to explore with old stone paths moving past Victorian tombs and historic graves, allowing you to take in the details of this hillside cemetery. Now, I know you're getting excited about all these amazing places to visit, but if you're eager to travel the world to explore new locations, cultures, foods, and much more, while taking a breather from your everyday life, you also know it can cost you quite a lot of money. With the Travel on a Dime ebook, you have the opportunity to make the most out of any place you visit without overspending on your travel budget. From finding the right flights and hotel deals to money-saving tips during your trip, it's the perfect guide to help you travel like a pro, ensuring you have a great experience while saving hundreds of dollars on travel. Get your copy at thediscoverydestination.com. That's thediscoverydestination.com. Use code DISCOVER5 to save $5 off your copy. Maldives Atolls. The Maldives sits in the Indian Ocean as a chain of coral atolls spreading across clear, shallow water. The country includes more than 1,000 small islands, many surrounded by calm lagoons and soft white sand. One of the area's most well-known features is Malé, the capital at the center of the chain. The narrow streets stay active during the day, with markets displaying fresh fish, fruit, and local crafts. A short walk brings you to the Old Friday Mosque, where coral stone walls show detailed carvings. Not too far, the North Malé Atoll offers a simple starting point for exploring the ocean. Banana Reef provides clear water and steady currents, where bright coral and fish appear easily as you swim along the edge of the reef. South Adi Atoll also draws people with its quiet channels and deeper water. This part of the Maldives is known for whale sharks that pass through year-round. For a different experience, Ba Atoll offers one of the country's protected marine areas. During certain months, manta rays gather in Hanifaru Bay to feed, circling through the water in smooth patterns. Farther south, Fuva Mula gives you a distinct change in scenery with a freshwater lake and tall plant life not found on most coral islands. The deep water around it attracts tiger sharks, and guided dives take you to safe viewing points where the animals pass by in steady, controlled movements. Vavu Atoll provides another calm setting across small, widely spaced islands. At night, guided snorkeling trips show nurse sharks resting along the sand or moving slowly through sheltered parts of the reef. Reaching Adu Atoll brings you to a group of islands connected by long causeways. Riding a bike across these stretches give you wide views of the water. Vadu Island adds another unique feature with its glowing shoreline. At night, tiny plankton in the water light up when the waves touch the sand, creating small flashes of soft blue color. For a closer look at local life, islands like Mafushi or Todu provide a slower pace. Walking through the neighborhoods show how people live across the Maldives, connecting each stop to the next. Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu sits in the Andes Mountains of southern Peru, resting close to 8,000 feet above sea level. The path toward the entrance opens into long agricultural terraces that step down the mountain, showing how the Incas shaped the land. One of the site's most well-known features is the main urban sector, where stone paths guide you through living areas, open plazas, and temples built with clean, precise stonework. Not too far, the Guardian's House offers one of the clearest views of the entire site. From this higher spot, the terrace is spread out below. The Intihuatana stone also draws people who want to see one of the most carefully carved features in the ruins. For a higher viewpoint, the trail toward the Sun Gate rises gradually along the hillside. From the top, you can see the full layout of the city and surrounding area. Another part of the site gives you the Temple of the Sun. Its curved outer wall and finely joined stones show a high level of skill. A short walk brings you to the trail leading toward Huayna Picchu. The steps climb steeply along the mountain, and from the summit, the full shape of Machu Picchu stretches across the ridge. For a quieter route, the path to the Temple of the Moon branches away from the main trails. The small cave contains carved niches and stone details that show another style of Inca construction. Close by, the trail to the Inca Bridge follows a narrow path cut into the cliffside. The bridge itself is a small gap that once used a removable wooden plank. Iceland's South Coast Route. The south coast of Iceland stretches east from Reykjavik, following the main road past several landscapes shaped by glaciers and volcanic activity. One of the area's most well-known features is Seljalandsfoss. A path wraps behind the falling water when the ground is safe, letting you look through the curtain of water as it drops into the pool below. Not too far, Gljufrabrua sits partly hidden inside a narrow opening in the rock. Here, you can walk between tall walls until the sound grows louder and the waterfall appears in a small open chamber. Skogafoss along the route also draws many people, where you can walk close to the base and feel the mist from the powerful stream. From a higher view, a long set of stairs reaches the top, where you can look across the surrounding area. For a higher viewpoint, the path towards Gvunarfoss sits in a quieter canyon. Its steady, smooth drop and sheltered surroundings make the area feel peaceful. Another part of the region gives you Reynisfjara, a black sand beach lined with tall basalt columns and sea stacks just offshore. A short drive brings you to Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, where icebergs break away from the glacier and float slowly toward the ocean. Across the road, Diamond Beach spreads out along the shoreline. Clear pieces of ice wash up on the black sand, standing out sharply when the sun hits them. For a different experience, Sóleyjarjökull extends from the larger ice cap. The ice forms deep cracks and bright blue sections shaped by years of pressure and cold temperatures. Farther inland, guided tours into the Katla Ice Cave show layers of bright ice and dark ash inside the walls, revealing how volcanic eruptions and glaciers build on each other over time. Close by, Seljavallalog sits in a quiet mountain valley, where warm water flows from a natural source into a man-made pool. Yosemite Valley. Yosemite Valley sits in the Sierra Nevada mountains, forming the central area of Yosemite National Park. Here, tall granite walls rise on both sides, and the flat valley floor makes it easy for you to move through meadows and open paths. One of the area's most well-known features is El Capitan. The smooth granite face climbs sharply above the trees, and El Capitan Meadow gives you one of the clearest views of the wall. Not too far, the shape of Half Dome begins to appear above the valley with its rounded top and sheer face. Here, Stoneman Meadow offers a quiet place to take in the view. Close by, Yosemite Falls also draws many people. The waterfall drops in several sections. A smooth, short path leads you to the base of the lower fall, where the cool mist reaches you as soon as you get close. For a higher viewpoint, the road continues toward Tunnel View. After you pass through the tunnel, the valley opens wide with a clear view of the surrounding area. Another part of the valley gives you Bridal Veil Fall, where the water moves across the rocks near the base. A short drive brings you to the Mist Trail, one of the most active routes in the valley. The trail climbs toward Vernal Fall and then higher to Nevada Fall. For a different experience, the Valley Loop Trail circles the entire valley floor. The western side stays especially peaceful, so walking here gives you steady ground level views of the surrounding area. Swiss Jungfrau Region. The Jungfrau region in central Switzerland covers a wide area of open valleys and tall peaks. The Lauterbrunnen Valley gives you a peaceful starting point with its tall rock walls, while the Grindenwald side feels more active with steady movement at the base of the mountains. One of the area's most well-known experiences is Jungfraujoch, where you reach it by taking a cogwheel train that climbs through a long tunnel and arrives at the highest railway station in Europe. Here, the Sphinx Observatory sits above the snow. Not too far, Schildhorn gives you another high viewpoint. The cable car rises quickly above the valley, and once you arrive at the top, the rotating restaurant provides views in every direction. On the way down, stopping at Birg gives you access to the Thrill Walk, a metal path set along the cliff that offers a close view of the deep drop below. Grindelwald is the next major area that also draws many people. Riding the gondola up to Grindelwald first brings you to a high viewpoint with several outdoor activities. Here, the first cliff walk curves along the mountainside, giving you a wide look over the valley. Another part of the region brings you back toward Lauterbrunnen, where hidden spots sit inside the cliffs. Here, Trümmelbach Falls runs through narrow rock passages, and the tunnels let you see and hear the strong glacier water as it moves through the mountain. Farther up the valley, the car-free village of Muren offers a quiet setting with open views and slow-moving streets. A short funicular ride takes you to Almendbol, where you can begin the North Face Trail that passes through meadows and small alpine farms. If you want something more challenging, the Muren Via Ferrata follows a route of steel cables, ladders, and a long suspension bridge. For an easier outing, Mannlichen offers a gentle experience, providing one of the clearest perspectives of the surrounding peaks. Bora Bora Lagoon. Bora Bora in French Polynesia is shaped by a large lagoon that spreads far beyond the shoreline of the main island. A full day boat tour in the lagoon takes you to quiet areas where you can snorkel above coral heads and swim with small reef sharks and stingrays in shallow, clear water. Not too far, Matira Beach provides one of the easiest places to enjoy the coast. The clear, shallow water lets you walk on the soft sand that stretches along the southern end of the island. Mount Otemanu is the next major feature that also stands out clearly with its steep, jagged peak that rises above the lagoon. A helicopter ride gives you a wider look at the mountain and the lagoon together. Another part of the lagoon brings you to Coral Gardens, where the water stays clear and colorful fish move around the coral in steady patterns. If you prefer something more active, Mount Pahia offers a guided hike through forested sections and higher rock paths. Santorini Caldera View. The Santorini Caldera View stretches along the western edge of the island of Santorini, where steep cliffs drop into a wide volcanic basin that opens across the Aegean Sea. Thera is one of the first major areas where you reach along the caldera with narrow paths and small shops arranged along the cliff. The walkways give you different angles of the water as you move through the center. Here you can visit the Museum of Prehistoric Thera, where you see pottery and artifacts uncovered from the island's early history. Fido Stefani sits just north of Thera, bringing a quieter atmosphere. Here, the pathways feel more open, and the elevation gives you steady views across the caldera. I Merovigli rises farther along the rim, providing some of the clearest views of the cliffs. A short path leads you to Scaros Rock, a large formation that once held a fortress, giving you a broad look at the water and the volcanic islands. The Caldera Trail continues toward Oya, where the scenery stays open and constant. As you approach the village, the white homes and small terraces create a calm setting overlooking the water. People often gather near the ruins of the castle of St. Nicholas to watch the sunset, while the blue dome churches near the Anastasi area add another recognizable viewpoint. A descent from the village brings you to Amudi Bay. The route follows steep steps down to a small port with clear water and red cliffs rising above it. Moving inland leads you to Megalochori, a traditional village with narrow lanes and older architecture. The small squares and shaded alleys show a softer side of the island, away from the busier areas along the caldera. Farther south, Emporio adds another historical area to explore. Its center forms a compact maze of stone passages and close-built homes that reflect how people once protected their community. Reaching the end of the caldera rim brings you to the Akrotiri Lighthouse. The viewpoint stands on a solid stretch of cliff facing the full sweep of the caldera and the surrounding area. If you're looking for any tips to enhance your own personal travel and help you manage your travel budget more effectively, click the link in the description. And remember to like and subscribe to help our channel grow.